Understanding Socialism: Core Principles, Variations, and Criticisms. Socialism is a political and economic ideology that advocates for social ownership and control of the means of production. It proposes that instead of private individuals or corporations owning and controlling resources, society as a whole should manage them. This is often achieved through collective or state ownership. The primary goal of socialism is to create a more equitable society by prioritizing collective well-being over individual profit. Socialists believe that this approach can lead to a fairer distribution of resources and opportunities. It aims to reduce disparities and ensure basic needs are met for all members of society. Socialism focuses on shifting control of key industries and resources from private ownership to community or state control. This shift is intended to ensure that these resources are used for the benefit of all, rather than for the enrichment of a few. It represents a fundamental change in how society organizes its economic activities. Public ownership involves community or state control of essential industries and resources. This includes sectors like utilities, healthcare, and transportation. These are considered vital for the functioning of society and the well-being of its citizens. The purpose of public ownership is to ensure accessibility and affordability of essential services for all members of society. By removing the profit motive, these services can be provided based on need rather than ability to pay. This is a core tenet of socialist thought. Public ownership serves as an alternative to profit-driven motives in the provision of essential services. It prioritizes social welfare and aims to prevent exploitation by private entities. This approach seeks to create a more just and equitable society. Socialism strongly advocates for fair wages and safe working conditions for all workers. It recognizes the importance of protecting workers from exploitation and ensuring their well-being. This is a central aspect of socialist ideology. Socialism supports the right of workers to organize and bargain collectively. This allows workers to negotiate for better wages, benefits, and working conditions. Collective bargaining empowers workers and gives them a voice in the workplace. Socialism promotes greater worker say in workplace management. This can take various forms, such as worker representation on boards or worker cooperatives. The goal is to democratize the workplace and give workers more control over their working lives. Some socialist models advocate for workers to share in the profits generated by their labor. This is seen as a way to incentivize workers and ensure they benefit from the success of the enterprise. It also helps to reduce income inequality. Wealth redistribution involves policies designed to reduce economic inequality within a society. These policies aim to create a more level playing field and ensure that everyone has access to basic necessities. It is a key component of socialist ideology. Progressive taxation is a common tool used for wealth redistribution. This involves taxing higher incomes at a higher rate than lower incomes. The revenue generated from progressive taxation can then be used to fund social welfare programs. Social welfare programs are another important mechanism for wealth redistribution. These programs provide a safety net for the most vulnerable members of society. They can include unemployment benefits, housing assistance, and food stamps. The goal of wealth redistribution is to transfer resources from the wealthy to the less fortunate. This helps to reduce disparities in income and wealth. It also provides a safety net for those who are struggling to make ends meet. Wealth redistribution aims to provide a safety net and reduce disparities in society. It ensures that everyone has access to basic necessities and opportunities. This contributes to a more just and equitable society. Democratic socialism seeks to achieve socialist goals through democratic processes. This means working within the existing political system to enact reforms that promote social justice and economic equality. It emphasizes peaceful and gradual change. Democratic socialists believe in using elections and peaceful reforms to achieve their goals. They reject violent revolution and instead focus on building broad-based support for their policies. This approach is consistent with democratic values. Democratic socialism typically involves a mixed economy where both public and private sectors coexist. The government plays a role in regulating the economy and providing social services. However, private enterprise is also allowed to operate. Marxism is based on the theories of Karl Marx, a 19th century philosopher and economist. Marx argued that capitalism is inherently exploitative and would eventually be overthrown by the working class. His ideas have had a profound impact on socialist thought. Marxism advocates for the revolutionary overthrow of capitalism by the proletariat or working class. Marx believed that this was the only way to achieve a truly socialist society. This revolution would lead to the establishment of a communist state. The ultimate vision of Marxism is a classless society, also known as communism. In this society, there would be no private property, and resources would be distributed according to need. This would eliminate exploitation and inequality. Marxism calls for collective ownership and control of the means of production. This means that the state or the community would own and control factories, farms, and other productive assets. This would prevent private individuals from accumulating wealth and power. Social democracy is a moderate form of socialism that operates within a capitalist framework. It seeks to achieve social justice and economic equality through gradual reforms. This approach is more pragmatic and less radical than Marxism. Social Democrats believe in achieving social justice and economic equality through gradual reforms within a capitalist system. They do not advocate for the overthrow of capitalism, but rather for its reform. This approach is more palatable to many voters. Social democracy emphasizes strong social welfare programs, such as universal health care, education, and unemployment benefits. These programs provide a safety net for citizens and help to reduce inequality. They are funded through progressive taxation. Robust labor protections are another key feature of social democracy. This includes laws that protect workers' rights to organize, bargain collectively, and receive fair wages and benefits. These protections help to ensure that workers are not exploited. Progressive taxation is used to fund social welfare programs and other government services in social democratic countries. This involves taxing higher incomes at a higher rate than lower incomes. This helps to redistribute wealth and reduce inequality. Post-World War II Britain saw the nationalization of key industries such as coal, steel, and railways. This was part of a broader effort to rebuild the country and create a more equitable society. The nationalized industries were intended to serve the public interest. Scandinavian countries, such as Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, are known for their extensive welfare states. These countries provide universal health care, education, and other social services. They have achieved high levels of social and economic equality. Global cooperative movements have emerged in various sectors, such as agriculture, finance, and retail. These cooperatives are owned and controlled by their members, who share in the profits. They provide an alternative to traditional capitalist enterprises. Critics argue that socialism can lead to economic inefficiency due to a lack of competition. Without the profit motive, businesses may be less incentivized to innovate and improve their products and services. This can result in lower productivity and slower economic growth. Another criticism of socialism is the potential for government overreach. Critics argue that government control of the economy can lead to bureaucratic inefficiency and a lack of individual freedom. This can stifle innovation and entrepreneurship. Some critics argue that socialism can disincentivize work and innovation. They claim that when the government provides a safety net, people may be less motivated to work hard and take risks. This can lead to lower productivity and slower economic growth. Critics contend that wealth redistribution can stifle economic growth. They argue that when the government takes money from the wealthy and gives it to the poor, it reduces the incentive for people to invest and create jobs. This can lead to slower economic growth and lower living standards. Public ownership can sometimes lead to poor management, according to critics. They argue that government-run businesses are often less efficient and responsive to consumer needs than private businesses. This can result in lower quality goods and services. Critics often point to historical examples of centrally planned economies, such as the Soviet Union, as evidence of the failures of socialism. These economies were often characterized by shortages, inefficiency, and a lack of individual freedom. However, proponents argue that these examples do not represent true socialism. Socialism remains a relevant and evolving ideology in the 21st century. It continues to inspire movements for social justice and economic equality around the world. Its core principles and ideas are still debated and discussed today. Ongoing debates about the implementation of socialist policies continue. There is no single model of socialism, and different countries and movements have adopted different approaches. The specific policies that are implemented depend on the context and the goals of the movement. Socialism plays a role in addressing contemporary social and economic challenges, such as income inequality, climate change, and healthcare access. Many people believe that socialist policies can help to create a more just and sustainable society. The debate over socialism will likely continue for many years to come.